Hey guys, got another video for the Crime and Emergency Services playlist. In Japan, of course, they do have the big fire stations, same as anywhere in the world, big fire stations full of lots of shiny fire trucks, manned by full-time firefighters. But they also have these. This is the old style. You can see at the top of this one a really old brass bell, very similar to the old brass bells you see in Buddhist temples in Japan. Very, very old, I would suspect, that bell. And you see these pretty well everywhere. Pretty much every house in Japan is within was within hearing distance of one of these bells. And the idea was that if there was a fire, whoever heard the fire or whoever saw the fire first would come running out to this tower and grab the rope and ring the bell. And then all the other local people would come running, because of course in Japan lots of wooden houses, mostly wooden houses, next to each other, really close to each other. So fire has always been a big risk in Japan, a big problem in Japan. So they've always been very careful about it. So that's why these fire towers were the old style way of reacting to fire. So someone comes out, running out, sees the fire, rings the bell, everybody else comes running and grabs buckets, and then they throw buckets of water on the fire. So some of these actually at the bottom of them had old, sort of like swimming pool, a little swimming pool at the bottom full of water. I actually saw one like that, but most of them have been filled in and replaced with fire hydrants and things now, of course. This one at the bottom of this one, which is a fairly new one, it's got a volunteer fire station. So in the suburbs and in the small towns and all around the place you see these, and they're usually closed up and manned by part-time volunteers. So if there's a disaster or a fire, these guys, the siren sounds you've seen on my other videos now, the bells have been replaced with loudspeakers. So if there's a drama, the volunteers come running, jump in the fire truck and go off and deal with it. So obviously times like earthquakes and times like that where the firefighters, the full-time firefighters are really busy, these volunteer guys are really important. So they'll go to these stations once or twice a week and train to keep themselves up to speed. But those guys are absolutely essential in a big disaster, of course, because the full-time firefighters have their hands full. So yeah, if you come to Japan, keep your eye out for the towers, and you might even see one of those really old bells if you're lucky. More videos coming soon.